I would like now to introduce Felisha Battle, Director of Membership Marketing at National PTA, who has traveled from Washington, D.C. to be with us today. She has a long history of working to provide better life for those in need, and from founding a nonprofit, Never Say Never Incorporated, which provides inner city youth with exposure to experiences that will allow them to create and see a better future, as well nonprofit physicians and membership and marketing. Please join me in a warm welcome for Felisha Battle, the Director of Membership Marketing at National PTA.
Thank you, Madam President. And good afternoon, today's PTA. Thank you so much for inviting me to present at your 100th annual convention. As much as I love being in my office at 1250 North Pitt Street in Alexandria, Virginia, I believe I like this just a little bit more. And as much as I love sitting in traffic on I-95, DC has just clinched the first place in traffic congestion in the nation. So as much as I love that 2-hour commute, I really love being here a lot more. And I must say that Bellevue is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. I love being here, but I also love your theme, today's PTA. It sounds quite familiar to me. As a matter of fact, I started at National PTA about a year ago, and the first 6 months of my life was today's PTA. So to hear somebody saying it other than me is almost bigger than a royalty check. It really is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate you guys embracing the theme and putting today's PTA in action. I've got some things that I'm supposed to say, so I'm gonna go back to script now, if that's okay with you guys. Okay. Today's research tells us that parents are primarily concerned about whether their student's school will be able to afford to keep its doors open again next year. Well, as PTA members, we have to do more than worry. Concern alone will not restore the education budget and solve other pressing issues. All parents care about these things, but PTA parents act on these things. As child advocates, we speak with one voice to collectively influence the decisions that affect children, not only at our own schools, but also throughout our districts, within our state, and across the country. We accomplish more than any other one-parent group can because we look beyond our own schoolyard, unite our voices, and spark changes across the nation. In the 116 years of existence at National PTA, we've constantly evolved to reflect the diversity, interests, and needs of the entire nation. We're excited about the growth we have experienced in fathers becoming involved in PTA. Can I get a hoorah from the men in the room? No, wait, I just want to hear the men. I just want to hear the men. Hoorah. I like that. Listen, I want to tell you, I'm back off script again, but I want to tell you that we did a poll of membership card activators, those people who have the membership card and chose to activate this year. We had over 300,000 people activate that card. I'm happy to report for the men in the room that 22% of the people who activated those cards were men. You're not alone. You are not alone. As a matter of fact, National PTA, for the very first time in February of this year, had an all-male summit. We had a men's engagement summit in Kansas City. It was great. It was awesome. For the first time at any PTA event I've been to across the country, I didn't have to wait in line to go to the bathroom. Scott, you should have seen it. It was great. I was working the registration table. We had about 100 men. We wanted to keep it small. We had about 100 men from all across the country come and I was working the registration table, and the guys were showing up, signing up with their PTA badges, and they were embracing each other with the comments that says, "You're a PTA dad too?" There were high fives and fist pumps. It was something really great to see. It was something really great to see. And we know how much male engagement enhances the children that we serve, right? I don't have to tell you those statistics. In fact, I'm sure, just like me, all of you were crying when we heard the children reading their essays. I didn't know I was supposed to pack tissues for the general sessions. Not only have we increased men and are looking to grow men at National PTA, we're chartering new PTA units in urban and rural areas, and even the launch of PTAs where grandparents have come together to address their unique needs as caregivers. Any grandparents in the house? Over near Washington, D.C. in Baltimore, Maryland, we have one of our primary PTA units, which is really one of our iconic PTAs. It's an all grandparents PTA, very active PTA, and we're so excited about that. And really, I have on my staff a young lady who's dedicated to growing what we call non-traditional PTAs. So PTAs that are not geared on school, but are needs-based. So if a group of grandparents want to get together and form a PTA, we're excited about that in today's PTA. And that group of grandparents in Baltimore is doing some wonderful, excellent things in a community, in an urban environment where most of children under 18 are living with their grandparents. So we applaud that PTA. So those of you who are grandparents who have forgotten the rules of raising children and go light, I know my mother is taking care of my daughter and my son while I'm here now, and she's forgetting all the rules that I wrote down. Or just ignoring them, basically. So we'd like to see you guys get in a room together and create PTAs. So we're growing non-traditional PTAs in today's PTA. Another area of concern for an overwhelming number of parents is school safety. Since December, U.S. schools have reported since December, at least 3 U.S. schools have reported a traumatic shooting. An elementary school in Connecticut, a middle school in Georgia, and a high school in California. Following the unspeakable tragedy in Newtown, Connecticut last year, today's PTA recommitted to advocacy for school safety, alongside our other important priorities like education reform and child nutrition. We must continue to make safety the utmost priority for our programmatic and advocacy work. Have we done enough? This is not the first time our country has debated how to reduce school violence. But this could be the time PTA makes the difference. This room today holds the potential for a safer tomorrow. Let's ask our leaders to adopt legislation that will prevent future tragedies and tell them that America's parents and teachers will not allow any more birthdays and graduations to be lost to gun violence. Now, we know that school safety is not your only concern. The enrichment of student learning, health, and access to the arts are critical opportunities for family engagement. Are you looking to step up your PTA's involvement in school improvements? Okay. You will soon have a new opportunity to make a substantial positive impact on school and student success. National PTA has rejuvenated our National PTA School of Excellence program. It's a program that helps your PTA strengthen the family-school partnership and make measurable progress together in one of 3 areas: student learning, arts and cultural exploration, and health and safety. Together using a specially designed PTA website, you will be able to set goals and take action using a customized set of recommendations. You will gain a better understanding of what you can do to improve your school and gain a seat at the table where the decisions are made. And throughout the year, National PTA will offer helpful trainings and send timely tools to support your efforts. After you have reached your goal, your school will receive the National PTA School of Excellence distinction and all of the recognition that comes along with an honor of this caliber. The National PTA School of Excellence banner hanging in your school's hallway will help attract new action-oriented members who want to focus on the issues that affect our children the most. And being a National PTA School of Excellence will open the door to other honors and funding for your school. We are really excited about the School of Excellence program. In fact, on Monday, we just launched that. If you go out on our website at pta.org/excellence, you can find out all about the School of Excellence program. I've been in your morning session, I saw some of the things that you guys were doing, the local units, and how you had the Honor Units Award and you had the Local Units Awards. Some of you guys are already on track to take the School of Excellence easily. You're already doing the things that can win our designation of School of Excellence. I've got some more news for you. This spring at National PTA, we introduced PTA Family Reading Experience. Have you heard about that? Anybody? This is a program it's okay to clap for the 3 of you who've heard about it. We launched the PTA Family Reading Experience. This is a program that's powered by Kindle. Have you heard about Kindles? Yeah, more applause for that. Well, we partnered with Amazon and launched this program which combines family engagement and educational technology to help improve students' reading fluency, comprehension, and enthusiasm. Families who attend these events visit stations and play reading games that highlight phonologically awareness, phonics, fluency, comprehension, and vocabulary using both physical books and e-books. As the elementary school students master new skills and experiment with reading on Kindles, their parents, grandparents, and teachers are right next to them, encouraging and praising their progress. As an added benefit to this already remarkable program, Amazon Kindle, listen to this, Amazon Kindle will also donate e-readers for a limited number of PTAs in low-income and at-risk schools. Students and families in under-resourced communities will have an equal opportunity to support and develop their child's love of reading. I am absolutely in love with this partnership. Amazon has been a faithful partner throughout the process. We were shipped over 1,000 Kindles to the National PTA office. We're dishing those out to Title I schools, reaching underserved communities that don't have access to technology, hosting family reading nights, and I've seen the pictures of some of these events across the country. We've done them in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Baltimore, Maryland. I see you over in the corner, Albuquerque. And to see the pictures of these students and these parents and teachers engage with these games on the Kindles is just an amazing, amazing, amazing program that, today's PTA is producing. For the countless families who will enroll their children at school next fall, the difference between struggle and successes is the dedication of PTA members like you. Your steady support, selfless leadership, and incredible passion are building our children's tomorrow through today's PTA. In our second century, we have an obligation to maintain the PTA's strength and relevance, and our size matters. Our voice must rise above all others to ensure that children's interests are heard and defended. It is not enough to recruit more parents and educators to join established PTAs. We must reach out and expose new schools and communities to the benefits of PTA membership. Ask yourself, if moms make up the roots of the PTA oak tree, who will grow along its branches? Then invite them to join today's PTA. And while caring about the welfare of children does not require much time, It does require a lot of heart. The PTA is your channel to connect and engage with your peers, identify ways to protect our most treasured resource, and share the responsibility. PTA participation gives us the courage, confidence, and collective voice to confront the most pressing issues, like school violence and funding cuts that are preventing our children from reaching their true potential. Everyone in this room has made a sacrifice out of concern for not only your own children, but for the child sitting next to yours in homeroom, for your neighbor's children, and for a countless number of families in your communities that you don't even know. You have dedicated thousands of volunteer hours to improving the educational experience and outcomes for all children. And you have championed the improvement of healthy and safety conditions for our children, often with very modest recognition. I would be remiss if I did not personally thank your state president, Ms. Novella. All of the officers on the board, and a special shout out to the Washington State PTA staff. Because their leadership services and support they offer on behalf of the mission makes this all possible. They are the guardians of this thriving association, and they are breaking new ground. We owe them a great deal for their success. We celebrate today, and their success we will celebrate in the future. Let's put our hands together one more time for that group of people. We all have different ways of measuring our worth. To some, dollars and promotions translate into success. Others will take pride in the obstacles they overcome and solutions they share. But sooner or later, we will all look back on our lives and wonder, what was my legacy? What did I leave behind? Where's my mark? I want each of you to join me in a pledge this afternoon. And I'm going to do like Novella and ask you from this morning session and ask you all to stand to repeat this pledge with me. All right, you ready to do this today's PTA? Okay, raise your hand, and we're going to say this pledge. When my daughter says to me every morning before I go to work, she says, Mommy, she has a chart where you get colors. Red means you didn't do so well. Yellow means Mommy needs to talk to you about not getting on red. And green means you had a pretty good day. And my daughter says to me every day before I go to work, Mommy, have a green day. And she said to me, she was telling all the students, they were saying and explaining to each other, who does your parent work for? Or where does your parent work? And she told them, my mommy works for me. And that has profoundly affected me. And everything I do, and everything that I know you guys do, and all of the travel away from my children, I understand now that I work for them. We work for our children. And it's such an honor to be here on behalf of my daughter, working for her in this capacity. So I know you feel the same way. Together, let's take this pledge. Are you ready? Raise your hand, and let's pledge to not just your child, but to my daughter, that we're going to get on green. I'm going to get on green. That wasn't on the script. Promise you will fight as hard for them as you would for your own child. And commit to building our children's future with today's PTA. Thank you. Yay. Really, there's no greater time than now to grow our membership. We need to grow our membership. Let's grow our membership. Let's grow our membership. Let's grow our membership. Encourage families to stay engaged through graduation and support the generation that will one day lead this nation. Remember, we're working for our children. Let's get on green.